Heaven's California.
Hey guys, today I'm going to be reacting to a Stephen D animation video. It is called, I'm just going to pause that for a second, My Baby Was Taken by a Creepy Lady at the Supermarket. This one's about 5 minutes long. I'm really curious as to like how this one will play out. Obviously I know what's already going to happen just by the title. I'm going to try not to talk as much in my videos, especially now that I'm going to go to school, so I'm going to be just getting right into it, so I'm just going to get right into this. Let's go.
Jen and her husband Dan were at the supermarket when their baby was being especially fussy. He took her for a 10-minute drive to calm her down and came back into the parking lot waiting for Jen to finish shopping for groceries. Dan was taking a business call and sat down absent-mindedly rocking the baby when a woman approached them. It's not uncommon for people to ask to play with their baby. She's got big rosy cheeks, soft wisps of gold hair, and the most adorable girly toothless grin. But her nap schedule was paramount, so he was preparing to tell the woman she actually couldn't play with the baby right then. She walked over, brimming with confidence, and before Dan could even finish his sentence, she picked up the carrier and started walking off. Dan was in shock and said, "Excuse me, put her down." Exactly. She started walking away more briskly.
What?
Dan tried to grab the carrier out
I'm
of
just
her
gonna
hands,
take
resulting
that.
to restraining her arms.
Like,
this
what are you
woman
doing?
yells, "Help! He's trying to take my baby! Kidnapping!
Oh my God.
911! Help!" Kicking him in the shin and pulling a pink bottle of pepper spray out of her handbag. Unsurprisingly, no one in the parking lot was clocking the earlier interaction and assumed he was really a kidnapper.
Oh my God.
Immediately, a man knocked Dan to the ground and was holding him down, telling him that the police was being called. He was telling everyone in the parking lot it's his daughter, but no one was listening. "I have pictures of the baby on my phone." This, however, didn't translate well, because everyone interpreted it as him having stalking photos of the baby. It was at this point that another man kicked Dan as hard as he could in the ribs. At this time, Jen came out of the store and she thought he was being robbed by these people. She was yelling for security, panicking, and when she saw that her baby was being held by a woman, she was relieved. Jen thought maybe her daughter was moved out of harm's way whilst her husband was being robbed.
No.
She couldn't find a security guard outside the store, so she ran up to the people holding her husband down, waving her wallet, pleading, "Take everything you want, just leave us alone." The man said, "Lady, we need to wait for the police to deal with him." Jen was confused as to why muggers have called the police. "What do you mean? What are you talking about?" And made out someone saying, "He tried to abduct that woman's kid. Her husband would never hurt a child." She kept trying to understand what the man was saying, and suddenly, it all clicked. She looked around for the woman who had her baby, and she was halfway across the parking lot.
Oh my God.
Jen went ballistic and sprinted across right to her. All she could think to do was to grab the woman by her hair and squeeze her throat with her other arm. She yanked her hair as hard as she could, and that was enough to make her drop the carrier. She was so scared and surprised, she threw herself on top, and when she looked up, the woman left. Not one person tried to stop her, and within the next couple minutes, police had arrived.
Oh my God.
There were still several bystanders who explained it as her husband trying to kidnap the baby. The police's first questions when asking for her description weren't investigative. They were questions thinly veiled, trying to convince Jen not to pursue charges, still placing blame on her husband. "Do your husband and the baby look dissimilar? Is there a chance she thought he was abducting the baby and she was trying to intervene? Could your husband have been doing something inappropriate or violent to the baby that would make her feel compelled to extricate the baby from the situation?
No.
Did she seem groggy or confused? Could she have mistaken either of them for her own family members?" They spent more time verifying that the baby was actually Jen's instead of focusing on the kidnapper. Her husband had called his brother at that point, who works in an office with a lot of lawyers, and connected with one ASAP. And they gave him the priceless advice to get every officer's name and badge number, to request copies of the store's security tapes right away, and to escalate the complaint higher up the chain if these officers weren't taking them seriously. Finally, Jen and Dan had enough reason to believe they were being taken seriously, and they went home. Dan was seething with rage and grappling with a feeling of helplessness from how little he was able to do, and has 2 cracked ribs from when the man kicked him. There were still people who stuck around to talk to the police who were giving the husband dirty looks, and one man even implored the police to involve CPS to verify that it was really their baby. So to the parking lot kidnapper and the parking lot skeptics, they better hope that Jen and Dan never sees them again.
Okay, I'm going to pause that to read it. To the officer's credit, they did ask if he'd like to press charges. After weighing the pros and cons of the situation, the couple got in touch with the police and decided to move ahead with pressing charges against the 2 men involved in anything beyond basic restraint, to set an example that these men made the wrong decisions, even if they did come from a well-intentioned place. Comment below your thoughts. That's insane. Like, I did not see anything like that happening. Shit, eh? Holy crap. Yeah, it's because if you're the female holding a baby and then you're walking with it, then you're just gonna say, oh yeah, rape, someone's trying to like steal my baby or something, or rape me or something, and then of course they're just gonna believe the girl over the guy, because no one trusts the guys at all. So that's like me having, that's like me having my brother or something, or my kid, my future kid or something, and then, you know, I'm just holding it, someone takes him, and I come after them, and then it's like, oh my god, he's trying to take my baby. Like, that's so bad. That's actually so bad. Like, oh my god, that's actually awful. I cannot believe that actually happened. Oh my god, that's really bad. I really hope that bitch gets caught, because, like, shit. They literally almost lost their baby, and the guy got beat up too. Like, how awful is that? It's just like everything wrong happens at once. So I didn't expect a story like that, so I always download the videos just because I'm going to need to put them in the video, so I'm going to actually check right now the comments if I'm able to, because that's really bad. Like, that's awful. Oh my god. Like, the fact that she did that is such an asshole move. That woman has a special place in hell. Those officers deserve to be fired, and those bystanders can also join the Lady 80 for lying. That's ridiculous. God, this pissed me off. The classic blame the victim case. If someone came after my kid, regardless of that someone's gender, they would be down on the ground in a headlock before they could take 2 steps. And people say men don't face sexism. This is a prime example, believing the kidnapping woman over the child's own father. Exactly. Like, of course you can never tell, but like, you have to check the damn cameras. Like, there's cameras everywhere for that reason. Like, shit, man. How do you even... If I was Jen, I would have done so much worse to that woman. No one messes with my spouse or my child. Exactly. Like, what the hell? It's awful. I know this is weird, but the story made me mad and sad at the same time. That's awful. This is how many punches the man gets for cracking his ribs. Yeah. Okay, well, either way I'm done, but... Okay, I'm gonna show you this video after, because this is, like, really bad.
I forgot, because I actually had a still sushi thing left in a tray.
Oh.
Like, I have to eat today, it's gonna expire.
Oh.
Sorry. I actually forgot about what's going on.
Yeah, just close the door after.
Sure.
Anyway. So it's basically going to be the end of this video. But that actually pisses me off. Like, I actually hate that. I feel bad for the husband because like, even my reaction just in the beginning, I was like, are you kidding me? That's all freaking awful. Oh my god. I cannot believe that. I literally cannot believe that some scum bitch would do that. It's freaking ridiculous. Anyway guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching and peace out.